everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today we're watching Tron Legacy. Last time we watched the original Tron, and even by my own admission, there were some parts that were kind of difficult to get through. Its datedness certainly shows through. However, this was made in 2010. Huge leaps in technology, CGI, and how they're gonna do some of this stuff. The same amount of time that happened outside the Tron universe, it being 30 some years between the two movies, is also the amount of time that elapsed in the movies. How are you feeling going into Tron Legacy?
You know, I was really split on the last Tron movie. I felt like it was unique and very creative. However, I freely admit that it wasn't up my alley. While I wouldn't watch it again, there were definitely like obvious qualities to it that I couldn't deny. So I'm really curious about this one because Holden has told me that he thinks I'm gonna like this one better. I'm also really excited about this one because Holden told me the music in particular is really good with this one. I'm really interested to kind of check out what he's talking about.
It wasn't until The Big Bang Theory later, where Sheldon makes some comments about how he wasted his money watching Tron Legacy, that I was like, did people not like Tron Legacy? And come to find out that the general reception was, a lot of it was negative, neutral, probably at best. I found myself on this fringe side of the fandom being like, I freaking love Tron Legacy. I can't, what was it about it that people didn't like? And I was reading some of the reviews or whatever, but this is just one of those guilty pleasure movies then. I had to categorize it as that. I watched this movie, I kid you not, 4 times in theaters. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but it just hit everything that I liked in the movie. I loved the visuals, loved the music. It was just like pure fantasy. It's not even science fiction, really. It's more fantasy than science fiction. And I loved it. I was just totally sold into it. Now, Jen will still make her own opinion. Obviously, Jen, if you've been watching the channel long enough, you know that that's not gonna sway Jen. But it's just an interesting thing. Another fun fact. So I had a buddy, his name's Onslum, who had a 3D TV back in like 2011, 2012, 65, 75-inch 3D TV, and I went over to his house and we watched Tron Legacy on 3D. I could not afford a 3D TV at the time, but I said, I'm going to buy Tron Legacy on 3D Blu-ray because it comes with the standard Blu-ray as well. I'm gonna buy all these 3D Blu-ray movies for down the line when I'm able to afford a 3D TV. Years go by, I'm buying the occasional movie like these like must-see movies. We love Titanic. I got Titanic on 3D Blu-ray and standard Blu-ray, so I can still watch them on standard Blu-ray, but in the future, I'll have a 3D TV. Well, a decade goes by and I'm like, you know what? Now's the time. I could probably swing a 3D TV now. Come to find out, they discontinued them. Nobody wants them anymore. I couldn't even find a used one. So now I have all these 3D Blu-ray movies that I can't use.
Holden's luck strikes again.
Yeah, it's this came out in 3D. When I watched it on his 3D TV, the 3D glasses were like battery powered. That was a new thing. And it looked so crisp, it looked so good, and what a way to enjoy this movie. As you mentioned, the music is fantastic. The entire score is done by Daft Punk. Their soundtrack in Tron Legacy is, I mean, I literally just like listen to it when I'm just like out and about. Before we get into it though, we can't forget the comment of the day. Today's comment comes from Ryan Beresford, who said, Tron Legacy, the most overlooked, underappreciated, and underrated movie ever. Beautiful from the visuals to the score, phenomenal performances, amazing world building, amazing special effects, beautiful themes. Thank you so much for that comment of the day. I got another one for you from Saint Sidious, who says, Tron Legacy is an easy admission as a guilty pleasure. To my knowledge, it had lukewarm reception, but the music led to an almost warm, cozy feeling while still being based in a data computer world. Thank you so much for that comment of the day. But guess what? I got the last comment of the day. I got one more for you. This comment comes from Tron Plays, how appropriate, who says, I don't know why, but I have a feeling she's never seen Tron Legacy. It would be awesome if you guys sat down together and relived that movie together. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Thank you guys so much for your comments of the day. If you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. I know this was a long intro. I've just been going on because I'm so excited to watch this movie together. Let's go ahead and get into it though. Tron Legacy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
The grid. I tried to picture clusters of information as they moved through the computer. I kept dreaming of a world I thought I'd never see. I got in. I met a brave warrior.
Tron
Bum, 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 bum.
fights for the users.
He sure does. Oh man, he showed me disc battles fought in spectacular arenas and cycles that raced on ribbons of light. We built a new grid. for programs and users.
This is the same guy that was in the first one?
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
Codified likeness utility.
You remember Clue? It was the program that looked like Jeff Bridges.
Did they outright call him Clue?
Yeah, just once or twice, I think, though. It was before he got into the computer.
Oh, gosh.
Something.
CG face. A little rough. This is when they were first starting to do CG faces. At the time, though, I mean, it was not bad, but compared to like Mandalorian Luke, a little dated now.
I'll have to wait till next time.
The face is the hardest thing to convince the human eye that it's real, the human brain. We're so wired to recognize faces that when something's off, we can't help but notice.
Really, like, still, it doesn't look that bad, but when you see the movement.
Yeah.
Kevin Flynn has disappeared. With Flynn missing, the company is now in chaos. Bradley maintains his belief that Flynn is not missing.
In there is a new world.
Yeah, it looks like a video game.
Sam, you have to eat. Go of me. Sam?
Cop's going slower than the regular. The guy on the left's about to pass him.
Oh, I don't know him.
He's new. He's been in some other stuff, but I think this is his biggest role.
Now that is a big door.
Welcome, everybody.
You said the thing from the first one, huh?
And at midnight tonight, the 12th version of our flagship operating system will hit the shelves. Edward Dillinger.
Oh.
Scarecrow. Oh. Oh, why?
Given the prices that we charge to students, what sort of improvements have been made?
And this year we put a 12 on the box.
OS 12 is the most secure operating system.
He was Tron?
Paired with
He was Tron's user. The user looks like their program. Bruce Boxflitner.
No, you're here!
Bro, call the police. What are you doing? This guy could be armed. You don't know.
Little stun gun.
A little taser.
whoa.
It's Boston.
It looks like Boston.
I love that it was a dog. Oh.
Oh, Boston's looking.
Does anyone know where the master file is?
I do. It's on the web.
Oof.
What are they doing sharing the program with the world?
He just basically gave the program away for free.
Hey, Dad. How you doing?
Where are you gonna run to now?
This guy, this guard.
Can't steal something that was designed to be free.
He's got some balls, though.
I know. This guy needs to be in SWAT. He doesn't need to be a security guard.
You know who the biggest shareholder is?
I don't know, some kid. Why? This is your father's company.
I don't know if this was necessary.
Yeah, he's really extra. Parkour.
So, Thrill Seeker, got it.
Parkour.
Hey.
Hey, Carl.
Enjoy it, Mara.
Boston.
Oh, I love it.
You don't answer your phone. Rough landing, huh?
Could have been worse.
You sure have an interesting way of being disinterested, Sam.
Why are you here, Alan?
I was paged last night.
Oh, man. Still rocking the page, right?
Page came from your dad's office at the arcade. He said he was about to change everything. Science, medicine, religion.
You're the only one who still believes that.
Am I missing something though? If he cares so little, why did he put all that energy into...
I thought you should.
Yeah, that was his point. It's like, you act like you don't care, but clearly you do a lot. He's just lying to himself. No, y'all can't see her, but she's like, looking at the TV.
This is the arcade from the first one?
Yeah. Man, I'd kill to get my hand on some of those machines.
There's a secret door.
You son of a gun.
He's looking at like the last function that was used on that computer.
Is that a weapon? Oh, that's
That's the laser.
thing that put them in there?
Yeah.
So he's in the program.
He's on the grid. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah.
They've upgraded.
Looks good.
This program has no disk. Another spray.
Hey, wait.
What's his problem? Let the games.
Did they refer to it as a grid in the first one, or is this something new?
I think they did once.
No. Been a big mistake.
Oh my gosh!
No.
Uh-oh.
He's different. You will
She was in
identity
Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
resolution.
De-resolution. They saw that in the first one.
Yeah, it's gonna kill you.
What am I supposed to do?
Survive. Platform 8 is wars.
I like how it gives off like heat.
So this is like Gladiator.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Should be fully operational within 12 cycles. I could be of even greater service.
Yeah.
Dude.
Victory. Combatant 3 versus Rinsler.
Rinsler.
Oh, I like the outfit.
Oh, I want to get a close up on this shot. We need it for the movie, guys. I'm telling you guys, we need this shot of the balls in the movie. We need it. Woo!
Well, that's cool. Uh-oh!
User.
Why isn't he just de-resing him or whatever?
I saw he's a user.
I'm not a program.
Identify.
Sam Flynn.
Oh!
How did you get in here?
I got your message.
Oh, isn't this something?
So is that actually, is he a user too, or is that his program?
You're asking all the right questions.
Got it.
Got it.
I expected more.
So can we just go home now?
Not in the cards. Not for you. I'm not your father, Sam. But I'm very, very happy to see him.
Chloe.
What'd you do to him? Same thing I'm going to do to you.
So we still don't know where his dad is.
Right. Yeah, Clue is at the beginning of the original Tron. He was like the program trying to hack in.
Oh, okay.
Challenge of the grid.
Yeah! Challenge of the grid.
Your best to battle its singular opponent. Your liberator. The one who vanquished the tyranny.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Uh-oh.
Were you pleased with my execution?
This guy's too needy.
Man, needs that approval.
Who is the crowd? Are they...
There's like other programs.
Ooh.
Ooh. They made some of these like real cycles.
Now this I can do.
I can only imagine watching this like tipsy or a little
Yeah.
high or even just a little sleepy.
My drug was the word of God.
Oh, sweetie.
These light cycles just look so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I missed my motorcycle.
Oh my goodness. Have to say the red looks cooler.
Really?
The orange.
I like that blue. They contrast well. That's always been a thing, the orange and blue. Movie posters have that orange and blue.
Oh my goodness. Even without like blood, you know what I mean? This is still
gruesome.
pretty, yeah.
I love the multi-layers of this, like, levels.
Yeah, visually it looks really good.
Let's go!
Oh. Oh. Woo.
Ugh.
Get in.
Game on, old friend.
Rinsler.
Oi.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Hold up, man, you can't make that!
Oh, it's Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, Olivia Wilde.
Their vehicles aren't designed to go off grid.
What about us?
Obviously not.
She's like her own bat cave.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Dad?
Yeah, Ultra Instinct. You know what I'm talking about.
We have a guest.
There are no guests, Q.
Aw. Jeff. Aw.
You're here.
Oh.
How did you get in?
Clue had him on the light cycle grid. I intervened. He never thought he'd see you again. Flynn built it many cycles ago for the games. Do you know Jules Verne?
Sure.
What's he like?
Do you know Jules Verne?
Your move, Flynn. Come on.
Caltech.
My alma mater.
Yeah. Till I dropped out.
I needed partners to help out.
Tron and Clue.
Tron was created by Alan for the old system. Clue was my creation. Isomorphic algorithms. They manifested like a flame. The conditions were right and they came into being. I found them in here, like flowers in a wasteland. The ISOs shattered it. The possibilities of their root code. Every idea man has ever had about the universe up for grabs.
So what happened?
Clue happened.
Flynn! Am I still to create the perfect system? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a coup. Go.
Go.
You've been corrupted.
Come on, Tron. Go.
Oh no.
The more I fought, the more powerful it became. It was impressive, really. Clue saw the ISOs as an imperfection, so he destroyed them.
The moment Flynn is on the grid, Clue will stop at nothing to obtain his disc.
The golden ticket, the way out, and not just for me. Clue figures if I can be in,
He can be out.
a guy doesn't dig imperfection. What's more imperfect than our world? What brought you here?
Alan got your page.
I didn't send any page.
Hmm.
It was Clue. Clue sent that page. That's why you're here. This is precisely what he wants. The only way to win is not to play.
Our family when we play Monopoly.
Yeah, well, that's a hell of a way to live.
Can he use his disc?
They didn't address it, but I would imagine it's possible.
I'm gonna find Alan. We're gonna figure this thing out from the other side. And my gut's telling me that you don't want to be stuck in this place for eternity either.
There's someone I once knew. A program named Zeus.
Hey, man.
Are these like they're homeless?
The homeless programs. I dig like the lights on the clothing.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate we met the way we did.
Good night.
Oh, she wants on his jock.
What's on that digital dude? Digital
What makes
disc.
you say that?
Prepare the light runner, Cora.
Yeah.
You don't need to go. I've sent him to someone we can trust.
I won't lose him again.
That's Daft Punk there, the guys who did the soundtrack.
Are they all looking at him because they know he's a user?
I think so. He was in that Lycan movie, Underworld.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name, but he was really good.
See at the end of Lion Club.
In the movies I've seen him in, he always does these roles well.
This guy.
I know.
You will create the perfect system. I will create the perfect system.
I needed to reinvent myself. Self-preservation, you understand?
I need to get to the portal.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. You'll need transport to cross the sea of simulation.
Oh.
The game has changed, son of Flynn.
He betrayed them. The son of our maker. This guy.
Oh no!
Oh. Ooh.
Is Cora gonna get an arm back?
You'll see.
Oh. Oh! Oh no, they took his disc.
Yeah.
Oh. No, he took it. Oh, Cora.
Cora.
They probably shouldn't put the discs on their back. They should probably put it like down their pants or something.
Yeah, but it looks cool on the back. Imagine everyone walking around with a big old...
Is she dead?
I mean, she's a... No, she'll be all right.
She's stable.
Stable? Her eyes haven't moved.
Well, she's, a program.
We beat Clue there, we have a chance. Let's get her out of here.
She's an ISO.
The last ISO.
Do you remember that thing at the end of the first Tron?
Mm-hmm.
It looked much different.
The death.
There we go.
The boy and Flynn are gone.
I presume they perished in the elevator.
Presumed.
You presume. That's Wi-Fi.
Wireless interlinking?
Of digital devices? I thought it had an 85.
Must have been some before Clue screwed it up.
He's me. I screwed it up, chasing after what was right in front of me. Right in front of me.
Right in front.
Accomplished. Remember your old Ducati? Yeah, well, I'm fixing her up.
How'd she run?
When I'm done, better than ever.
I'd like to see that.
You will.
The How long have you been searching for this, Clue? You know you need me.
End of line, man.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's okay.
Well, they're dead.
Everyone I knew disappeared. Standing above me was the Creator. He saved me. It's how I imagine a sunrise to be. What's it like?
I've never had to describe it before. Beautiful.
Uh-oh.
Who can't create programs? He can only destroy or repurpose them.
He's building an army.
Cora! Cora!
What?
Ooh, what a jump.
Tron. He's alive.
What? He repurposed Tron?
Yeah, so Tron is Rinsler. This whole thing was fighting for the users.
Very rare bird, aren't you? Where's your disc?
Where's your disc?
I've seen what users are capable of, Clue. You don't belong with them.
There's something very special in mind for you.
Ew. Why is he talking to her like that?
We've created a vast, complex system. We've improved it. Rid it of the false deity who sought to enslave us. The key to the next frontier is finally in our possession! will make their world open to all of us!
He's taking all of this with him.
He's figured out how to do it.
Not going home without you.
Sam. Out there! There's a new world!
So that's exactly what he said at Encom.
Identify your suspect program.
You are not authorized. Right away, sir.
Long live the users.
And that's Tron.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Made it.
Was this movie a financial success?
Yeah, I mean, it made profit.
Try and hold on to this.
I've heard that they're in pre-production for a third one now. There's a new Tron ride at Disney, too. Ugh, that's frustrating for him.
Oh, he's gonna fire somebody.
Death to the evil.
Got it.
They really should have some safety glass up there.
Head towards the light, Cora.
Head towards the light.
Oh man, I'm all over this.
Oh, you're shooting high, my guy.
One down, 5 to go!
Great kid, don't get cocky. Like the little breaks in the trail behind them. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Tron, what have you become?
Oh.
Finish the game!
Do a barrel roll.
I fight for the users.
Yeah.
What happened? How did he revert back?
I guess after seeing the man himself.
Oh crap.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, he turned back.
The cycles haven't been timed, have they? No, you don't look so bad. I created the perfect system. The thing about perfection is that it's unknowable. You wouldn't know that because I didn't when I created you.
I knew he was gonna do that. No handrails.
I know, there's never any handrails. Whee! That was probably a bit much.
Knew I'd beat you.
Oh, he switched it out?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why? He's my son.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. What a leap.
It's what he wants.
Take her!
Oh no.
I like the sound design there.
Well, why didn't he do that before his son came?
Probably just didn't want to die, I guess. Should probably point that laser away from.
Need you at Encom at 8 a.m. You're chairman now.
What's next, Sam?
She's like, this place kind of sucks.
We're supposed to change the world. I want to show you something.
Oh, he's gonna show her the sunrise. Yeah, that does look pretty crappy.
The guy left. At least it was clean inside there. All right, just finished watching Tron Legacy. A great leap in effects and I'd argue stories, music, everything than the first one. But was it better? Was it a better movie? Jen, what did you think?
Better than the first one. It was just more of an upgrade. I guess that would be the appropriate term. First off, I loved that there was a heavy focus on Clue. I know that we talked about Clue being in the first one, but I don't remember it being that much of a focus. And so I like the idea of kind of having this darker version, but I also love the idea of Clue having this idea of, this is my job, I'm doing my job, which was really to create the perfect program.
Perfect system.
Perfect system. But I really did enjoy Clue. The one thing, the CGI was rough, and I think as the movie went on, it was bothering me a little more,
like
especially like the, yeah. Especially like towards the tail end of it. Does that affect whether I liked the movie? No, but it's definitely something that kept popping up, like, oh gosh, that looks even worse in this scene. Loved Cora, Olivia Wilde. I think she was a fantastic addition. Still am not sure about what the ISO is as far as like the storyline goes. How is she different from a program?
She's like, nobody created her. She's like spontaneous life.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, all programs have a user that created them.
Okay, that makes sense. Loved her though. I think that she added so much to the film. The guy that played Sam, indifferent about him. You know, I really enjoyed seeing Flynn a lot, and I loved Clue, and I loved Cora, but I'm not too sure about Sam. I don't really feel strongly either way about him. To have the father and son element in there, I think was appropriate, and I did really enjoy that. Visually, obviously an improvement from the first one, but I think that's to be expected since this is just an updated version, you know? I loved the like competitions. It reminded me of like a digital version of like Gladiator. That was a lot of fun. That was probably one of my favorite parts in the movie. For me, that was the biggest appeal of this one. Just seeing it was really stunning and different, seeing their world, everything from it being like, it kind of reminded me of certain scenes in The Matrix, where it was very like dark and just grungy and still very clean, very digital world. But I think that was probably the standout of this movie, just the creation of it. And they definitely leaned into it for this film. They knew like that was their strength. I was a little lost on Alan. It was the same guy, right, from the first one? Okay, Rinsler. But is he still sitting at the bottom of the lake? What happened to him?
As of now, yeah, he's chilling down there.
He's just
died.
Cool, got it. I'm a little disappointed with that.
Allegedly.
I wish they would have tied that up a little more. I mean, I get that, you know, he went from being Clue's like right-hand man, then he said that he fights for the users, and he kind of reverted back. I would have liked his storyline to, you know, them to save him, or his storyline to officially end. It just seems like they kind of dropped the ball with that. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be continued on in the next film, but I think that character deserved a little more than being left at the bottom of the lake. So I'm a little disappointed. That was probably my biggest disappointment with this. Reverted back, which was a great moment because he was such a big presence in the first one. But I think that I wanted a little more as far as that storyline goes. I really liked the first one. Like, this was a very trippy movie. I feel like I was a little bit tipsy watching this. Is it my favorite movie? No, but I think it's definitely an upgrade from the first one. So all in all, I enjoyed it.
I love the world. There's so much that you can do with having that world within the world. And other movies have tried to do it, Ant-Man, Quantumanium, for example, and it just doesn't really land, where I feel like this one is just so fascinating. They know that the way that they have this set up is you have like the people, specifically Kevin Flynn, representative of like God. They even have like in the first movie, they talk about there being like the religion. They're like, there are no users. He's like, well then who wrote me? And in this one, they play into it very, very heavily, a lot more than I would argue like the first one. Even like some of the dialogue that they use is like biblical reference. Like there's that moment where Kevin Flynn is like, be still. Nobody really talks like that, but he's referencing the Bible verse that is, be still and know that I am God. They refer to him as the creator. He created the world. And then of course you have the son, Sam Flynn. And what does he say like after the betrayal, after Castor or Zeus betrays him? Behold the son of our maker, you know? There's a lot of that kind of stuff in there too. Interesting way of making the human like God, having these creations that are like programmed. So I enjoyed some of that. That might be a whole conversation maybe for another video. I know you said you weren't crazy about Sam, the actor. I liked him. I didn't think he did anything bad per se. I thought that he was pretty solid. I haven't seen him really in anything other than this. This seemed to have been like his big movie. Disney backed. I mentioned in the reaction that at least in like a pre-production phase of a potential third film. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I think like Tron and Tron Legacy, you know, I know that there's like a ride at Disney, but they seem to have been like modest reception, both of them overall. So Disney keeps like kind of backing it. They made a cartoon show for kids. They keep kind of backing the IP. I'm hoping they can make something that's the general audiences really like. This is good for me because I'm a nerd and I'm like, oh, that's RAM, oh, that's a bit, you know, but the average person may not really care so much about that kind of thing. I liked Olivia Wilde. I thought that she was really good as Cora, the idea of this spontaneous life that is neither created by the creator or a program, is sort of this other thing. It's interesting in the context of being in a computer world. It's basically would be like some form of AI, like an organic AI, but we've seen Terminator, so we know how that turns out. Gotta love Jeff Bridges. I love him. I think that he was great returning as Kevin Flynn. Clue, you mentioned before the face just kind of taking you out of it. I agree with that. There's an element of respect that I have for it because this was really the first time they were like, we want to try and fool the audience into thinking that this is like real. They didn't, obviously, that we can tell, but this is one of those movies that's like the stepping stone for trying to get deep fake or facial, like trying to fool the audience into thinking it's a real face. But it's the uncanny valley. We can't quite tell what it is. Is it the way the skin is reflecting? Is it the eyes? Is it the mouth, the way it's animated? Why is that not convincing us that that's a real face? And like I mentioned at the beginning, the human face is the hardest thing to convince a viewer that it's real, because it's the thing that we are all most trained as people in recognizing. I mean, it's getting really good. So unconvinced, uncanny valley, but respect it for being a stepping stone. I like Clue as a villain. I think that that's like a logical step, and having him be like, I'm fulfilling my programming. I'm still a program after all. I'm creating the perfect system. And the way I perceive a perfect system is the ISOs are an aberration. Let's get rid of them. In a lot of ways, very like Hitler-esque. We want to create the perfect race, and the way to do that is we have to get rid of all the imperfect races. You know, what's a better villain than to have kind of a Hitler? If they do make the third one, if that does actually come to fruition, I'd be very excited. You mentioned the music. I love the music throughout. I don't know if it's techno, electro, I don't know. I think it's techno pop type of thing. I really love it. Anyway, what would you rate this movie?
So the concept of just being in a digital world, I think, is really fascinating. I thought this was a fun movie. Just exploring that is a lot of fun, and they did it really well. I think that it looked quite good. The music also, I noticed, was quite good. I would definitely listen to that soundtrack. I thought that—
Well, we got it.
And it was very appropriate too for this type of film. With both movies, it was really difficult for me to kind of keep track of these terms and what that meant for the actual story. Because I thought with this one, I was gonna like, oh, I saw the first one, so I'm gonna know. But I still found myself like questioning, okay, is that person a program or a user, and what does that mean to the storyline? And then throwing in like ISO as well, that was a little frustrating for me, but I understand that that's just like, I may not grasp onto that as quick as other people may. I loved the father and son dynamic. I love the idea of Clue really just being this soldier that's like, I'm doing what you created me to do. So I thought that was just an interesting dynamic. Better than the first one. Is it my favorite film? No. I did think that at certain points it was a little drawn out. There were some things that I just was like, is this necessary to be in it? Does it need to be this long? But other than that, I thought that it was a decent film. So I'm gonna go with a 7.
You're not just saying 7 for my feelings. If you really didn't like it, you know.
Actually, for me, I mean, I think that's pretty low.
Okay, well, all right. 7's good. For me, I give this one an 8.5. This one's pretty high up for me. I know that I'm in that fringe minority that really loved this movie. I think that I think it's really great. Stuff that I'm not used to seeing on screen, that's a big factor. Stuff that is not like common, but is also handled well. I love the outfits, I love the look of it, I love the feel of it, I love the sound of it. It's wonderful. But anyway, I know that you might disagree. Well, let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. We'll check those out. If you did enjoy this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe, you'll be notified when we post our next video. Check out Patreon. You can watch these videos before anyone else, ad-free until I publish them, and you can watch the full-length reaction along with Jen and I as well. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.